Okay, in today's video, we're going to talk about the difference between average and compound return. Okay, this is important when we're talking about portfolio returns, whether from you're evaluating an investment or how you're calculating performance, and essentially how you can look at whether what you're doing is successful or not. Now, there's math associated with it. I'm going to take you through three different portfolios. Okay, portfolio A. In year one, I'll just put year 1, 2, and 3. Now in year one, it achieved a return of 10%. Year 2, 10%. Year 3, 10%. All right, so this one's a pretty easy one. What is the average return? We know it's 10%. And the compound annual average is also 10%. Well, what happens if we look at portfolio B? Portfolio B had a return of 15%, then it had a return of 25%, and then it had a return of negative 10%. All right, if we add all those up, divide them by 3, what do we get? Average return, 10%. The difference is if you calculate this, the portfolio value at the end had a compound return of 9%. So you can see it's less than this one. It's because of this negative number. Now let's look at one more kind of an extreme example, and that's portfolio C. And in that case, it had a 60% return year one. Wouldn't that be nice? Negative 50% return year 2, and then nothing in year 3. Here's the math on that. 10% average rate of return, but here's the shocker. The compound rate of return is negative 7.2. So somebody could tell you that they had a portfolio that averaged 10%. But remember this key point. You do not get to spend average returns. In the real world, the money that you make is the compound return. Okay? And the biggest impact on these calculations is going to be the size and frequency of these negative numbers. Okay? So the bigger the volatile swings in your portfolio mean the more work that it has to do, and in some cases it can actually create a negative return. Okay, now this is a pretty extreme example. This one, may or may not be kind of a more reasonable example, but these things happen. You can see that if you just add these up, sure, you get that 10%, but the compound return is 9%. This is the money that's in your portfolio that you get to spend. You don't get to spend the average. I've heard people say, and we might even be able to, well, we don't have the graphic on the screen, but I've heard the cartoon that, you ever seen a 6-foot tall statistician drowned in 3 feet of water? Okay, well, there's one part that's really deep like this and the rest like this. So the average is 3 feet, but that doesn't mean the entire thing is. Some is more, some is less. All right, kind of a wacky example. I don't mean to pick on our statistician friends here, but it's important to know the difference, okay? And so I'll leave it at that. If you need trouble in interpreting this or understanding this in more details, I'd love to hear from you, and please make sure to subscribe to these videos so that we know to keep them coming. We'll see you in the next video.